Hi everyone, I am Ang, a practicing lawyer. So it is time for us, AXTNJI page, to feature our second lecture of legal forum. In the last episode we talked about criminal law. There are three possible situations, which is DNAA, acquittal, or found guilty, 3 situation. Today we will talk about something more useful to everyone. Many people will encounter this. To receive a lawyer's letter. What is a lawyer's letter? Just as the name suggests, lawyer's letter is a letter written and sent to you by a lawyer. But what is really a lawyer's letter? Damn. I received a letter from a lawyer. I usually hear a lot of people saying that they received a letter from a lawyer. Lawyer's letter that they mentioned is definitely not a letter that a lawyer written to you. So, what is it? In English we called it notice of demand. How does a notice of demand looks like? I will show you here. We will zoom in later. You can pause to read the content of this letter. The title will always be written as notice of demand, or letter of demand. This is a litigation letter. So a lawyer's letter should actually be called as litigation letter. This letter is to give you a last warning. Let's say I want to sue you. I will give you a dateline. Maybe 7 days, maybe 14 days. For example, you need to return the money you owe within 14 days, otherwise I will sue you. This is the purpose of a litigation letter. So it is demanding you to do something. Maybe asking you to apologize. Maybe asking you to return the money. Maybe asking you to do something or asking you not to do something, such as neighbor harassment. I will send you a lawyer letter. Stop these activities within 14 days. Activity that is harassing, activity such as parking the car at my house. All these come with a demand. That's why it is called notice of demand or letter of demand. Notice of demand or letter of demand. We called it NOD or LOD. So, this is a litigation letter, which is the so-called lawyer's letter. What do you do if you received a lawyer's letter? Does it mean that I'm being sued now? The answer is no. A letter from lawyer doesn't mean that you're now being sued. You were warned to be sued. Like what I just said, it is a warning from another party. I want you to be within 14 days or any deadline. Do what they say. What you are asked to do. He will sue you if you can't do it. So what should you do if you received a lawyer's letter? This is the third question. I'm now answering the third question. So if I received a litigation letter, for example letter of demand or notice of demand, what should I do? In fact, the simple answer is, reply. Don't keep silent. Because if you kept silent, it means that you may have defaulted this letter. The other party went to court with this letter. They said they have sent it to you. You did not reply. This can be considered as a confession. Then you will have to spend time to explain. So when you receive a lawyer's letter, it is better to reply. For example, you were demanded to return money in 14 days. You just reply, I didn't owe you money. I have paid back in full, or I'm not involved in any business. I don't even know you. Your accusation is baseless, which doesn't mean anything. So you must reply. After replying, of course he can choose whether to sue you or not. Some people trying to scare you by issuing a lawyer's letter, hoping you to comply to their demand. Then he doesn't have to waste money to engage a lawyer. Then lawyers will have lesser income. So this is about lawyer's letter. Let me talk about one more thing other than lawyer's letter. In fact, court documents are more important. I have answered in my second question. Am I being sued after receiving a letter from lawyer? The answer is no. A lawyer's letter or a litigation letter actually is to give you a dateline to fulfill certain demand. So when this dateline approaching, and you didn't fulfill the demand, he will sue you in the court. So suing you in the court, he needs to send you the court documents before that. So if you receive court documents, you need to look for a lawyer immediately. If you don't have money to engage a lawyer, you must look for some legal advice. Government and Bar Council offered free legal advice. They will look at how to defend your case. Malaysian law has clearly stated if you received a court document within 14 days. This document we called it a writ summon, which is a document to sue you. You received it in 14 days. You didn't go to court to deny the accusation and request for a defense. Then this is considered as confessing. You have lost the case. So what please a lawyer the most is that you receive the summon, but ignore it. Then the lawyer doesn't have to do anything. I don't even need to submit any new document, any document to the judge to justify the case. I don't have to do anything. The judge can directly decide that our side to win. So you didn't owe any money at first, but because you didn't engage any lawyer, but because you ignore the summon, you will have this situation. You are convicted inexplicably. Somehow lost the case and owed money to others. So what I want to tell you here is that, please don't ignore any court's document. Look for someone who can understand the document, or engage a lawyer to spend some consulting fee. Get a lawyer to check for you. Understand the content and take necessary action. A lot of people will confuse about litigation letter, which is commonly known as lawyer's letter, and the difference with court's document. So let me bring up one of the court's document. Let me show it to all of you. Please check out the court's documents here. We will magnify it. We can pause for a while to check out the court's document. Okay. All of us have seen the court's document. In fact, you need to know what the other party gave you. Is it an ordinary letter or a court's document? There is a simple way. Anyone notice the header of the document? The header will be written, Dalama, Apa. English means, in which court, and in which state? Because there are many courts in Malaysia. There is Magistrates Court. There is Sessions Court. There is High Court. There is Court of Appeal. There is Federal Court. There are 5 levels of courts. So for court documents, the document's header. It will be written in which court, in which state. Followed by case number. You can watch the video again. The one with court's document. Then you will know how does the header of a court's document looks like. So when you receive document with this header, please be extra careful. Please look for a lawyer immediately. If not, you will land yourself into trouble. You are supposed to win the case, but you lost it because you didn't pay attention to it. Lawyer's letter you can. Lawyer letter or litigation letter like what I mentioned just now. Letter of demand you can put it aside, but it is still better to reply. If you ignore it and the other party sue you for real, you will need to explain. Maybe after you have explained, the other party decided not to sue you. So if you received letter of demand, please attend to it. If you are fluent in English and Malay, you can reply directly by yourself. Send them a written letter. You can also engage a lawyer to reply on behalf. But it is still okay to just ignore it. You won't be convicted or lose the case straight away. So you need to be very clear. The difference of letter of demand and court's document. So when you received letter from any lawyer, you must read it carefully. The court will not contact you directly. That's why writ summons that I mentioned just now will be given to you by a lawyer, the lawyer who sue you. They will have dispatch man to deliver you the letter. So when you receive the letter, you will see a cover letter from the lawyer, followed by court's document or writ summon. So you will need to check thoroughly whether there is header from the court. Any header from a court's document. You will see similar header in the letter. So if you receive letter with this kind of opening, that is a court's document. Okay. We will stop here for now. We controlled our video within 10 minutes. So, I will share in next episode, the difference of civil and criminal litigation. That's about it. Please remember to like our YouTube video. Please help our Facebook page with some good review. Please help to promote this video to others. Please share our video so that more people can watch it. All these are useful knowledge. Hope it is beneficial to everyone. Thank you so much.